Liverpool Football Club last time out in the Champions League lost 4-1 at home to PSV and are in desperate need of a win. So up steps the finalists from last year's competition, Inter Milan, at the San Siro. But the question everyone's asking, will Mohamed Salah be in the squad or will he be left out of the squad? People, it is Inter Milan versus Liverpool. It's the live match preview, score predictions. Sit back, relax. Let's get into this.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-ish.
Ain't free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, be the best, we come again. Kop-ish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap and drifty go on tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish, this is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that, this is Kop-ish, this is Kop-ish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-ish.
Big up to each and every one of you. I know this is a late one, so big up to everyone who's watching. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and all that good stuff as well. People would be greatly appreciated. How are you all feeling? Because I'll be honest, my head's still on Mars with everything that happened yesterday. Liverpool Football Club, man, the gift that keeps on giving or the curse that keeps on cursing at the moment. Obviously, our last game ended in a 3-3 loss, 3-3 draw. It felt like a loss because we had the lead twice and then relinquished the lead twice. But the main story that came out of it, people, if we're going to be honest, is that of Mohamed Salah and the fact that he, for lack of a better term, completely crashed out. Now, there's been conflicting rumors about how everything has gone, who's at fault, who's to blame, and all this stuff. What I do know is Liverpool Football Club need to get a grip on what's going on and off the pitch. And look, I said a couple of weeks ago, off the pitch, everything seems to be all right. I've heard some stuff about what's been going on behind the scenes, but I've not said anything because it's not my place to say anything. And people who have told me such things, told me in trust. But I didn't think it was as bad as it actually is. And it's really bad, guys. Like, really bad. And I think it's all boiled over now with Salah. Now, I know some people will say, you know, Salah should have not said anything. He should have kept himself quiet. But at the same time, we also do tell players we want them to step up and speak and all that stuff. Ultimately, he spoke out. Am I happy he spoke out? I am actually. And I know people will be like, oh, well, you know, how can you say you're Liverpool FC over Player FC if you're happy you spoke out? I'm happy you spoke out because if someone's being done wrong at the club, then I think they have a right to speak out. Is he completely innocent? Probably not. But I'm going to be real with you, from how other players have been treated, from how Slot speaks and how he acts, he doesn't make it easy for himself, does he? And everyone's comparing him to Cristiano Ronaldo. I keep reiterating, Cristiano Ronaldo was right in the end. Ten Hag was doing a madness and ended up getting sacked to leaving Manchester United in a horrible situation. I say this to say this. When Slot came in and won the league, I said that Shankly, or Klopp rather, is our Shankly and Slot could be our Paisley. I feel like I got that extremely wrong. Extremely wrong. And look, he could turn this around. In some magical world, Slot could turn this around, but I just don't see it happening. I don't think the players are behind him. I don't think the players necessarily want to play for him. And I think things need to change. And I know reports have come out today. Paul Joyce has said some stuff, which I'm not massively keen on, especially considering how close Paul Joyce is to the club, it seems. And a lot of reports have come out saying, you know, Hughes and Edwards are going to back Slot over Salah and all this. For me, this isn't a Salah versus Slot thing. It's a Slot versus Liverpool thing. Because at the moment, he's not doing what should be done as a Liverpool manager. If we're sitting there saying that we should have won the league or should be within winning the league, then I don't know what to say because he's not doing his job. Shout out to Jamrock in the chat. Says, I don't know if someone wants me out. Don't put words in my mouth, please. It's just how it feels. I asked, but I don't see an explanation. Cal, please tell me how you read this. I read that as someone wants him out of the club, but he doesn't want to say who. I wouldn't be surprised if the manager wants to move in a different direction with how we're set up. Again, for me, this comes down to fairness. And I think that's where it comes down to. It's not whether Salah's been playing bad or well, well. We all know he's been playing bad this season, but he's not the only one. So if you're going to drop Salah, you've got to drop Konate. You possibly got to drop Virgil. You've got to drop Kirkes. You've got to drop Gakpo. It can't just be Salah. And I think that's where the frustration from him probably comes in, is the fact of, okay, so I'm watching Konate make a mistake every single game day, but yet I'm being axed. I'm watching Gakpo doing the same thing every single game, which is cut in and shoot and hit a defender, but I'm the one who's sitting on the bench. I would be peed off too. But what I will say is, for people who say things like, oh, Salah carried us to the league last season, or Salah's the main reason we won the league, I have to correct you there. This is where I have to correct you. No one carried us to the league last season. I want to make that extremely clear. Not one person carried us to the league. You all sat here and said that Slot was brilliant tactically for a large portion of the season last season. We all sat here and said Slot was brilliant last season. We all sat here and said Gravenberch was brilliant. Virgil was brilliant. Konate, before he got his injury against Real Madrid, was brilliant. Alisson and Kelleher were both brilliant. We said Trent was excellent despite him wanting to leave. We all sat here and said McAllister was one of the best midfielders in Europe. We all sat there and said Diaz was one of the best players in the league last season. So don't get me wrong, Salah got the most GA. Salah was probably the most outstanding player or the best player, but it wasn't a carry job. I want to make that very clear. It was not a carry job. And I think those two things have to be like separate from one another. It wasn't a carry job. Whenever you're ready, bro. Whenever you're ready, bro. Big up, bro. So I'm glad ran here. Sorry, bro. I won't take two.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. Everyone probably jumped in and heard you rap, like, because obviously everyone was.
Yeah.
So I was like, make sure you.
No, I'll reiterate. Like, I'm seeing some people going, "Oh, you, how dare you do this to Salah?" Granted, I don't think the way Salah's been treated is great, but it wasn't a carry job. I'll explain what a carry job is. A carry job is when one person. A carry job, for example, Mbappe World Cup final. Mbappe, if I'm not mistaken, got a hat-trick in the World Cup final, right? Got 2 penalties and a goal.
Yeah.
France didn't look like scoring, didn't look like creating or doing anything without him. The closest thing we've seen to a carry job in a Liverpool shirt is Gerrard in Istanbul. And straight away people go, no, he definitely carried us that day. Let me ask you a question. Who was the hero in the penalty shootouts? Dudek. Who was riddled with cramp and still making tackles and interceptions? Jamie Carragher. Who came off the bench to score a goal in the game? Vladimir Smica. Who came off the bench and changed the game? Dietmar Hamann.
Yeah.
So this whole notion of carry job, let's pump the brakes. You can have an outstanding player, which Salah was last season, but it wasn't a carry job. I will sit here and I'll argue that till the cows come home. Slot was excellent last season, hence why very few of us questioned him. Gravenberch, many people were saying was better than Caicedo and Rice last season. McAllister, many people were saying was world-class and one of the best midfielders in Europe. Everyone said Virgil was still the guy. Everyone said, despite the rat allegations in him leaving, that Trent was still the guy. Everyone said that flipping Konate up until the injury against Real Madrid and Endrick was the guy. So it couldn't have been a carry job. Diaz, bloody hell, we're going to sit here and act like Diaz wasn't sick last season. It was not a carry job. It was not a carry job. And yeah, again, big up yourself, bro. 60% of goal contributions. Agreed. But you do know behind Salah, Trent was creating a lot. Behind Salah, Virgil was a wall. Behind Virgil was Alisson. And let's not forget about Kelleher. Guys, we have to stop this myth of he carried us. Because if he carried us, two things. If he carried us, the rest of the team's crap. So that's what you're basically saying. The rest of the team's crap or was crap last season if he carried us. And then second of all, for every one of you who said slot in when the bad run started, you're contradicting yourself. Because if it was a carry job, then he would have carried the manager and the manager would have been trash as well. So again, I'm not sitting there and acting like Salah wasn't magnificent last season, but it wasn't a carry job. He was outstanding last season. The best player in our team, the best player in our league, but it wasn't a carry job. We have to be careful of the terms we're using, because if you're saying it's a carry job, okay, cool. MZ, the guy's talking rubbish. First, I'm not talking rubbish, you mug. Without Salah's GA, there would be no title. Guess what? Without Alisson saving the ball and without Virgil van Dijk playing, we concede more goals and we lose more games. Dummy. Like, what are we doing here? If you're going to tell me I'm talking rubbish, actually show me how I'm talking rubbish, you silly mug. What are we doing here? Come out here saying stupid things. And I've got a name. My name's Callum. If you watch the show, you'd know. Dimwit. Big up yourself, Drift, bro. How are you doing?
Bro, boy. I just walked into a tornado, bro. Mad. Who was it who was saying it was a carry job? Like, is that how the conversation started? Because like, who was it who got you rattled by saying it was a carry job? A lot of people have been saying things like carry job. It's not a carry job. I'm sitting there telling you I back Salah in this situation, but let's not act like it was a carry job. It weren't, because that's disrespecting all the rest of the team and the manager from last season. It was not a carry job. He was phenomenal. It wasn't a carry job. Yeah. I think the people who are saying that it was a carry job are the people that don't want to give Slot any credit for last season.
And it's silly. It's silly.
Yeah. And I'm really confused about, and again, I know I took the longest to be Slot out, yeah, or to say we should replace the manager. But I do find it strange how people are finding it so easy to hate Slot. Like, what did he actually do in terms of, like, as a person, maybe, to find it so easy to hate him? Because he gave us a title. And people don't even want to credit that anymore. Like you said, people are like, it's not Slot's title. Salah gave us a title without, and it's like, right, you just want to discredit Slot so easy. Like,
I can answer the first question. I can answer the first question as to why people dislike Slot so much. I don't hate him, but I can tell you why I dislike him. But I can't explain why people want to discredit him for what he did last season. I think that's unfair.
The discrediting is crazy.
Discrediting is unfair. Disliking him, I think, is very warranted at the moment, Drift.
Oh, you can dislike him if you want. Yeah, but like,
it's very warranted.
I mean, like, as a manager who gave us a title, I still find it strange to hate him. Like, have an issue with things he does and all that, but to hate him, I just find it mad. Like, a manager who gave us a title and you hate him, it just, I don't know, man. I don't know. But
what are you saying, man? What are you saying?
I'm good, man. I'm good. The discussion was fun, but it was heated, and you know what I mean. There's still so much to talk about, bro. This Xabi Alonso losing today, and it's just so much to talk about. It's crazy, bro. But we're here for the Inter Milan, though. Let's talk about the Inter Milan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Firstly, I got to ask you, the elephant in the room. Does Salah travel to the game?
Boy, that'll be a frosty plane journey if he does, boy. Flipping hell. First and foremost, Carl, what do you think about Mo? I know I just said let's talk about the thing, but we're on Mo. What do you think about Mo saying to his parents, come to the Brighton game, it's going to be my last game? How do you feel about that?
How true is? Did he actually say that in the interview, though?
I think that was what the quotes are from. Him in the interview, he said, I've told my mum and dad to come to the Brighton game. I think that was a quote. I don't think that was made up. I don't know, you know. It's going to be mad, isn't it? It's going to be mad.
It already is mad.
No, I mean the plane journey. If he goes, that'll be that plane journey is going to be crazy if it's true. But then again, a couple of people are saying he was in AXA today, meaning they obviously have seen each other. I know that you know they ain't putting that up on Inside Training.
I'd love to be on a flight. I'd love to be a fly on the wall to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, people are saying it wasn't the interview. Yeah, it was the interview when he told his parents to come to the game. It could be his last game. That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. He's fully.
Do you know what, Cal? I'm gonna be honest. We'll get onto the Inter Milan thing, but I just want to say this one thing quickly. There is no way a legend like Mo Salah can leave Liverpool Football Club through the back door. This is going to be one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life, bro. If he does not get a send-off, if he doesn't get the flowers, if he doesn't get, do you know what I mean? Like, if he leaves out the back door, bro, and you know what this is going to be like, even though it's different in Henderson. I didn't like the way our captain just left out the back door and didn't get the love that he. If
That
Mo
was more-
goes that
that
same
was
way,
more
I
down
don't
to
like
Henderson,
it, bro.
That was more down to Henderson, though, to be honest.
No, yeah, I get that, but at the same time, it was kind of him being told you're not needed at a certain. I don't. All I'm saying is legends. I don't like legends leaving like this. This is not the way a legend is supposed to leave Liverpool Football Club, and I don't want. Mo needed to leave the way. And you know it's kind of sad because even Mane left through the back door. You see that Bobby moment?
Yeah,
Salah was supposed to get that Bobby moment where the crowd are cheering his name and he's got a tear running down his face. Do you know what I mean? That is how he's supposed to leave. Not this crazy stuff that's going on now. Like, I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So I asked the question again, Drift. Does he travel?
So I'm just putting on my jacket. I'm gonna say yes.
He can't, Drift.
I'm
fully Team Mo here. He cannot travel, bro.
What you mean, as in your opinion on the disrespect of what he said, or you mean because of the relationship with him and Slot?
The relationship with him, bro. I'm telling you, he can't travel. He can't. But it would be diabolical if he travels. You know the message that sends out to everything. He can't.
But here's the catch-22 though, Cal. If he doesn't travel, isn't there just as bad of a message? Because it's amplifying what Mo has said that we can't say is a fact, but this is how he feels like he's being scapegoated by the club, the manager. If he doesn't travel, then that will look like he's telling the truth. So doesn't it create a problem either way?
No, because if he's come out and said what he said, like there's got to be repercussions for that, innit? I'm saying that I understand why he did it. I'm saying I even think he's justified to come out and say what he wants to say. But he can't then travel. He can't travel.
So are we actually facing the fact that he's never going to play another game ever again for Liverpool then?
Unless Slot goes before he comes back from AFCON.
I think we spoke about. I think they're going to double down on backing Slot now,
which is going to be our undoing.
I think Salah's actually done the reverse of what he thought he was doing.
Oh, I don't, because I don't think Salah's the only one that feels like that in that dressing room. Think about it. Virgil, if I'm not mistaken, came out, was it like a day or two ago, saying how much Mo's needed and how much he needs Mo in the dressing room and all that.
Oh, no. I mean, in terms of, I think Salah felt like what he was doing was going to apply the pressure to get Salah, to get Slot sacked. And I think it's the opposite. I think the ownership are going to double down and back Slot. So I think the outcome Salah wanted, I don't think we're going to get.
I just don't think it changes the opinion of the owners. I don't think he'll make them double down and support him. Slot hasn't given them a reason. It's all right. Let's say, for example, Slot had won like 4 out of his last 6 games or something, and Salah come out and done this. We'd be sitting there going, brother, what are you doing? Like, we'd be sitting there going, bro, you're not helping yourself here, and you're kind of making us go, yeah, like Slot has a point to drop you. But brother, Slot is doing nothing right now that suggests they should be backing him. In fact, I'll go as far as saying if Hughes and Edwards continue to back Slot with what he's doing and how he's acting, it's arrogance from their part and an unwillingness to admit that they may have made a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, remember, their reputation's on the line here as well. It's them that brought him in. So their reputation's on the line as well.
Remember, that's what I said yesterday, bro. I said, how long is it before we look at the hierarchy? Because they're the ones keeping Slot in the job.
I've already started looking at the hierarchy. Brother,
is that why the names are not?
No. no. No.
Yes, Cal. I love it.
I'm still FSG.
The heel turn's going to be sensational. And everyone's waiting for it, right?
I know. So I tell you what it is. I can understand the fans and myself, and we're less impatient and we don't know what happens behind the scenes as much, right?
Mm.
But when you just look at the results in isolation, it stinks, Drew. It absolutely stinks. And
no, it does. It's bad. It's really bad.
Let's go on the assumption that Slot had nothing to do with these signings and Hughes just brought them all in willy-nilly by themselves. Why on earth would Hughes still keep him then if we can't make the signings work that Hughes believes in so much? That would make no sense. Do you see what I mean now? It would make no sense for Hughes to go, yeah, we'll keep him when he brought these players in that he believes. Let's say Hughes is the one making all the signings in a magical world. Why would he keep the person that can't make the signings that he believes in so much work? He wouldn't. Which is why
it would only be to save face, like you said. They're scared to admit they've made the mistake.
Well, no, because you're making it worse then, because the players that you believe in, this manager can't coach or coach well. So you'd go and get a manager that can coach these players then. So this is why I keep on saying it wasn't just Hughes that went out and got the players. Slot was more than involved in this.
But who's that guy? He might not be available yet, so they're holding on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. Just quickly, on this Salah thing, just quickly. Sorry, I can't even be on the stream. Apologies, guys.
No, cool, man.
What I would say is this year, what Salah done was damning, innit? It's one of them things where there's no going back from it now. Listen, for Salah to do that in public was madness. Like it is, but that's pent up frustration, I think, for time. I know people are thinking, but why now? Why now? But I think Salah's been wanting to say this for a minute. I also think as well that Salah won't be traveling. I think Salah won't be traveling with Liverpool. I think, like you said, if you're going to criticize the club and then also say you've got no relationship with the manager is not just going to suddenly just pick you, is he? He's not going to say, all right, that's all well and good, mate. Because what message did that send out to the rest of the squad, didn't it? So I don't think Salah travels. In terms of the Brighton game, I don't know. I think obviously there's going to be talks. I think Salah will stay behind the hierarchy, going to speak to Salah and see if they can at least try and reach some common ground. It could be his last game, which is crazy because no legend should be leaving out the back door. Like I heard what you guys said, that should never happen. Like,
never.
We are Liverpool Football Club. We don't treat our legends like that. He is a legend. He's one of the greatest players to ever put on the shirt. However, one thing you've got to try not to do is criticize the club in public, and Salah has to kind of own that. So even though I'm kind of caught in it because he had to say what he had to say. However, the timing was horrible. Like we've lost the game. Obviously, he's frustrated. And I'll say this as well. For Salah to speak like that almost tells me that there's offers already on the table as well, because it's damning. The club are probably already speaking to interested parties, knowing that there might be no way back now for Salah. And even him saying it's potentially my last game against Brighton, I want to make sure my family's there, kind of tells you all you need to know if you read between the lines. I think there's already, personally, I mean, again, I'm speculating, but could be things in the works. But I just think Salah, man, if he leaves in January and Arnie's slot is still here, I'm gonna have a big issue with that. And I think just right, they're gonna double down with the manager. I think they're gonna back the manager, and I think Salah saying that is also a reflection. I think he probably knows the manager's not going nowhere, so he's like, well, if the manager's not going, and I know they want to get rid of me, I'm gonna say what I have to say before I go.
Yeah, I hear it.
The thing that I don't get, guys, I don't know if you lot agree with this or not. If something's been going on for longer, it would be a bit confusing because right up until the point where he did drop into that game, Salah was playing every minute of every game. There's a lot of revisionism going on because we were all like, Salah's got to be dropped. He's not playing well enough. Have some ball and drop the player. Stop having favourites. Because up until a week ago, one of the narratives was Salah was one of Slot's favourites. This is what I'm saying. The narrative changed so quickly, I don't know what to believe. But Mo has actually been dropped for 3 games, came on a sub in 1, didn't play in the other 2. But it happened in an 8-day period. So 1 week of not being played. How can Mo crash out this quick?
Shall I tell you why? Because he's seeing weak. Because
it's man management and all that stuff as well.
Yeah, he's seeing.
No, but let's just go for the words he's used, though, Cal. They've scapegoated me, and I feel like they're against me. But
the narrative in
week, in a week.
The narrative from the media is Salah is the issue. Remember the highlighting, pinpointing Salah's weakness defensively. Liverpool haven't really tried to kind of disguise that or say anything, or do you know what I mean? It's just the manager being a bit blasé. Another thing as well, is this, You've got Gakpo throwing up stinker after stinker after stinker, won't get dropped. My brother, Ibrahim Konate, throwing up stinker after stinker after stinker, not getting dropped. Virgil van Dijk trying to play basketball, almost looking like he's trying to throw the manager under the bus, not getting dropped. And I know people are going to say, who are you going to drop? Do you want to hear the joke though? If the manager is sticking to his word and he's saying these players are not playing well, he should be dropping them. As fans, we can get upset about an Endo at centre back or a Gravenberg at centre back, but that would mean at least the manager's been honest. The manager's not been honest though, is he? Because you've got another guy, Federico Chiesa, who he said has competition. Do you know who's Federico's competition is? Apparently on the right hand side, Salah.
No.
Salah's not playing. You know whose competition on the left is? He said Chiesa's got a competition. He said Rio, but Rio's played enough minutes apparently for his age. So basically, you're just talking about Cody Gakpo. The manager is just chatting nonsense and lying barefaced to us.
To suit
That
his
is-
own narrative.
I
Exactly.
hear it, but guys, imagine the crash out we would have in the pre-game if we saw that he'd put Gravenberch and Endo at centre back because he wanted to stick to his word and drop
Drift.
players not
As
playing well.
fans, we would be
Imagine the crash out, guys. We would
no,
not
but
accept.
we would crash out, but at least we can say the manager's being honest though. We will crash out whether we
Yeah,
lose
but
the
no
game
one
or
would
not.
care about that. We'd all
No,
say
no,
he's a
Drift.
dickhead. What's he
No,
doing?
no, Drift.
and all
Hear
that
what I'm
kind
saying
of
though.
stuff.
But then the manager should stop lying though. This is my thing. So you see Konate, yeah? Konate's throwing up stinkers. Why has Gomez not played?
Well, because he was injured, remember? He told us.
Virgil van Dijk is in one of the worst forms I've seen in the Liverpool shirt. The man tried to go up for an alley-oop, bro. What are we doing here?
No, but who would we drop him for?
Drift,
drop him
here's
for
the
someone.
thing. This is you see what us, yeah, us as fans, the chat, like the fan base, yeah, we're all gonna crash out when our certain players don't play. But if the manager was to say, do you know what, these players are playing like crap, I'm gonna teach them a lesson, and this is the lesson they have to learn, and he plays them players and they do well or not, that's not on us. At least we can say, do you know what, the manager's true though, because he dropped them players that aren't playing well. Can you guys be honest with me?
Cody and Mo played the same minutes this season.
And
I
that's
think
the
there's only
problem.
10-minute difference in between
But
them. So
but that's
technically, he has given them the same
But
amount.
Cody Gakpo has been more of a hindrance to Mohamed Salah. He's actually more
I
selfish.
don't agree with that. I think they've both been as bad as each
Drift.
other.
In my honest opinion, Cody Gakpo is more selfish than Salah. If you go and watch Salah, yeah, don't get me wrong,
100%.
Salah would try and score and whatnot, but how many times will Salah try and set up an opponent except for the pass might be off?
Cody
Gakpo
more
does not even try to assist. He almost damages us on a counter.
But Gakpo is way better defensively than Mo, so it evens itself out.
You say way better
both the
defensively. I think he just works harder. Obviously, he's younger, but at the same time, the output, he's not doing a Salah from last year. So his defensive work is not what's the word? Covering up for his attacking deficiencies.
That's why I think he's playing, bro. I think because Salah doesn't get back and at least Cody gets back. That's the reason why I think he's playing Cody.
Bro, Cody Gakpo had to get taken off at half time because he was that bad. You never guess what slot rewarded him with starting the next game.
And everyone keeps on saying,
That's
and
insane.
I hear that. No, but at the same time, guys, he punished him by hooking him at halftime. So it wasn't favoritism in that regard.
And Salah's being punished by not playing at all.
Wait, hold on, Drift. When in Slot's first game as Liverpool manager in the Premier League, who got hooked at halftime?
Kwanzaa.
Did Kwanzaa play the next game?
No, but that was because Ibu played well and then went on to be outstanding for the whole season.
We didn't see Kwanzaa again till near enough, like, I want to say.
No, but we were all right with that because Ibu was playing well.
No, but Drift, he made one mistake or had one bad game. Cody Gakpo has been very, very inconsistent. Don't get me wrong, Cody Gakpo's got goals as well.
Season.
And I'm not crashing it on Gakpo. Everyone will sit there and go, remember when I was saying Gakpo gives productivity? Yeah, he does. The problem is, though, with Cody Gakpo is he's actually ignoring managers' instructions. The manager's actually brought it into a press conference and still plays him. I don't see that with Salah. I do think me personally, I think something's gone on. I think there's an issue there. And I think Salah saying that when he said, someone from the club wants me gone, he knows who that person is. He's just not saying who it is.
It's the hierarchy, I'm telling you. It's the hierarchy, man. They want to cash
But
in
what
on
we
him.
based that
I truly believe
But
it.
is it the hierarchy who actually made an attempt to sign him up to a new deal, or is it the manager saying, "Do you know what? For how I want to play this total football, you're not the guy for me. How I want to play."
Matt, don't
I
say
think
total football. It's not, please, bro. That's triggering.
I think they protected their asset by giving him a new contract, because in the back of their mind they know it doesn't matter if he's 33 or 37, there'll always be a money opportunity with Saudi. And I reckon if he was playing well, they wouldn't even entertain it. But because he's playing poorly, they've seen this offer and they're thinking, let's cash in. I could be wrong, but
So,
Hughes
Drift,
and Edwards are all
Cashing in
about what
halfway
makes
through a
financial
season
sense.
that's
for a
what I'm saying,
legend
Drift.
is
That money's
crazy.
going to be there at the end of the season.
No, but they might get more now. Like
No,
Saudi might be like, well, we'll give you more now than we
it's
will at the
Saudi.
end of the
It's
season.
Saudi, bro.
And they
It's-
want to get
hold on.
Semenyo.
Hold on, wait. Why didn't we sell Nunes in January last season when we would have got more money as opposed to waiting until the summer then?
Because they said they wanted to have everyone available to win the league. We can't win the league now.
No, but Drift, we're still in the Champions League.
So because we can't
Yeah,
win the
but they're
league,
probably thinking because he's playing so badly, Semenyo would make the squad better. So I reckon they're thinking, sell Salah, buy Semenyo, squad
Drift, hear
improve.
what you're saying though. Listen to
And
what
that's
you're
what
actually
I reckon they're thinking.
Drift, here, listen to what you're actually saying. A legend who just had one of the greatest ever seasons is now in a bad form, and they're thinking because we can't win the league, we cash in on him. Does that make?
Yeah,
Does that?
because he's 33,
Drift,
bro.
I'm gonna be honest. That don't make
Okay,
to
so
me. That
why
does
haven't
not
they
add up
sacked the
at
manager
all.
then? Based on what you're
At all.
saying, they would have sacked the manager.
I don't know why they haven't sacked the manager. I think it's because they
That's what
don't
I'm
want to
saying.
look like
That's what
they've
I'm
made
saying.
a mistake.
It can't be from the hierarchy, because if they're going to be reactive with Salah, they'd have been more reactive with Slot, because they actually gave him money to spend and he's completely cocked it up.
Yeah.
No, but what they're doing is they're giving him an opportunity to. I'm not saying he's right. They're giving him an opportunity to turn it round that they believe he earned because he won the league and because he is a good manager. Remember, they did all their due diligence.
Why not give Salah that same grace then when he was our best player last season?
Because we know how ruthless they are with aging players. So they're looking at his age and they're thinking, if we can cash in on this asset, we better do it now before he depreciates more.
So why didn't they cash him? So why did they extend the contract of him in the summer?
Because he would have walked away for free, so they would have lost money, bro. Now we might get 50, 60, 80 mil.
We wouldn't have lost money.
Drift,
bro.
they wouldn't have paid him 400 grand a week as well, you know, bro.
No, but
Just
they
to
would have
keep
done
him
it under the assumption that if he played well enough to earn the 400 grand, we'll win stuff. Amazing. If he doesn't play well enough to earn it, shot him and get money. We couldn't because he was walking away for free.
For me, this isn't about money. Liverpool are not looking at Salah as an asset where they can get a ton of money and reap the benefits. For me, that's not it. For me, it's a case of there's been an underlying issue that's obviously brewed for time. Salah's had an issue. It's now come to the forefront where he has to say something, and in my opinion, it has nothing to do about the hierarchy just suddenly changing their mind, thinking, well, he's in bad form, so we got to sell him and rare. Bro, Salah is still an asset for Liverpool. They know, even looking at the metrics, that if he kicks into gear, he could probably help Liverpool win the Champions League. So Liverpool be shooting themselves in the foot. It actually doesn't make any sense, if I'm being honest with you. It doesn't. Other than the fact of there's a bust up.
But guys, the whole season we've been saying Mo should be dropped. He's not good enough. But because he's come out with this interview,
we said that about a lot of players.
But let's just stick on Mo just for a second instead of always bringing someone else in. Mo's been crap, and we all said he's a. Like, I'm literally going to quote some of the people in the fan base. Slot is a pussy. He don't have the balls to drop Salah. He's got favourites, and he keeps playing the favourite. He dropped Salah, and we all said, "Oh my days! Finally!" We even made jokes here on the channel. Someone gave him his balls back. Like we made jokes about we couldn't believe Slot finally dropped Salah. But because Salah's made this interview and he's a legend and we love him, all of a sudden now people are like, hold on a minute, and they're thinking different. No, Salah deserved to be dropped. He was crap all season. And I don't actually know why people are so annoyed at Slot when it was the right decision to drop Salah.
I'll explain. I'll break it down. Because what you're saying is not wrong.
It seems like bias towards Slot. It's like, fuck Slot. I'm just going to back Salah.
No. Let me break it down. What you're saying is spot on. But the bigger picture is this. Say, for example, I'm the manager and you and Matt both steal something. And I go, Drift, you're sacked, bro. You know you can't steal. It's wrong. You're sacked. But I go to Matt, who sold the same thing. I go, Matt, I'm just going to give you a written warning. I'm not wrong for sacking you, Drift, because you're wrong for stealing. But the fairness is not there because I should have done the exact same thing to Matt and I haven't. So what I've done to you is correct, but it's only wrong now because I've not given the same treatment to another person who did the exact same thing you're doing. So again, slot dropping Salah in isolation is not the wrong decision, Drift.
Facts.
But it becomes the wrong decision when you are mistreating him as opposed to being fair with the other guys. And I think that's what the issue is. It is
I hear that.
It is not just dropping Salah because, bro, I'm with you. I wanted Salah dropped. But it's the fact of I'm going to drop Salah, but I'm not going to drop Virgil. I'm not going to drop Kanate. I'm not going to drop Gakpo. I ain't going to drop.
But who do you drop those guys for?
McAllister, bro. McAllister.
You're thinking, Drift. See, this is what you're doing.
Gakpo and Salah have played the same minutes, guys.
Yeah, but Drift, all you keep doing is...
have played the same minutes this season.
All right, let me ask you this question. Do you think McAllister should have been starting the amount of games that he's had, or do you think Curtis Jones should have started more games, in your opinion?
No, I think Curtis Jones should have been playing over
Said another issue there. McAllister has thrown up stinker after stinker. It's only recently, in fact, the other game, that he played Jones, and I think he might have played Jones in another game as well, yeah? Point being is, he's treating some others very, very differently to compare to how he's treating Salah.
Yeah, like but why was no one thinking this?
No, Drift. Like you said, yeah, I agree with the premise of Salah should be dropped 100%. But for Salah to be dropped and not see no game time when you're seeing others like Kanate and Virgil actually throwing howlers where we actually lose games or draw games, and Salah can't even... And Salah can't even get
who are we gonna drop? Who are we gonna drop?
You keep doing this. Stop doing this. No. Stop. What you're doing is you just keep thinking, well, who are we gonna play, brother?
No, but I'm being serious. Can you imagine the crash out if it was Endo and Gravenberch, the centre back against Inter Milan?
Drift. If the manager
we've got to be realistic at the same time. Who would he drop them for?
If the manager was true to his word about players playing badly and whatnot, Kanate should have been dropped for Gomez. I'm sure you wouldn't have had a problem with that, would you?
No, but Gomez weren't fit. No, you're right. But Gomez wasn't fit. He told us.
Would you have had a problem if Gakpo got dropped for Chiesa?
No, of course.
So that's two. So already that's two out of the four.
The outlier because we don't know why he's got an issue with him. So I understand that.
But my point is that's 2 out of the. My point is that's 2 out of the 4. So even if it's not 4 out of 4, you can still do more. The point is, out of all the players I've just mentioned, it's only Salah, only him that can't get no game time. And remember, there's a difference between being dropped.
For the last 2.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. There's a difference between being getting dropped and not playing football whatsoever. There's a difference. You can come off the bench. The fact that
he came off the bench in the Sunderland game, and we got worse, and everyone was like, should have brought him on.
Not because of Salah. We can't do that. We didn't get worse because of Salah. We got worse because
it's a combination of both. Yeah,
it wasn't a combination of the substitutes and the tactics. The tactics were awful, Drift. That weren't on Salah.
No, I said a combination of the substitutions and the tactics. It was both. Yeah, both. And then we got
but
worse.
Check this, Drift. Who started the game yesterday at right back?
Bradley.
So why couldn't Joe Gomez have started the game yesterday?
Well, I'm guessing he wants him to play there because remember he said he's worried if Joey gets an injury. So I'm guessing you think, well, I've got my right back here now. Let me put Joey back in. Because remember he said Joey didn't train or something during the midweek.
Let's say Joey gets an injury, then Kanate comes off the bench. Or Virgil
but he said Joey didn't train in midweek or something like that. He said that Joey was got a knock or something.
Bro, if Joey's on the bench, Joey's fit enough and he could have started the game, bro. He could have started the game. You saw how Joe Gomez was flying into tackles when he come. We said it was the Catford Joey, and then we said it was the Lewisham Joey.
But that's why he took him off. Yeah, that's what it was. That's why, remember, in the press conference, he said I had to take Joey off because he was injured. That was why Joey came off.
So when Bradley came back into
all I'm saying is, with the Chiesa one, you lot are bang on the money. No one knows why Gakpo's playing instead of Chiesa. And you lot know that's frustrating me more than anyone. Chiesa is my guy. But when it comes to the others, nobody else can be playing instead of Virgil and Ibu, really. Like nobody here is going to accept that.
Jones should be playing ahead
of. People call me a Kanate fan. Yeah, I have no issue with Joe Gomez playing if Ibu is playing like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because Liverpool Football Club is for any player. Another thing as well. I'm going to go back to the manager. Do you know when I knew the manager was going mad? And Drift, you might disagree with this one. You know, when he spoke about Isak and he said, "Oh, we need to get him up to speed, so I might have to play him ahead of players that are actually fully fit." I said, "Hold on a minute. I understand you want to get him up to speed. You can do that. You can bring him off the bench and whatnot. But it's him starting over Ekitike. Remember, that's Ekitike's first start in the Prem for a little while. You know. Remember, Isak has been getting a couple of minutes in it, but obviously Isak hasn't done well. Why would the manager take out a player who has hit the ground running, played very well? Why can't you just build up Isak's fitness like off the bench? Liverpool fans wouldn't have a problem with that because if Ekitike is scoring and creating chances, no one's going to complain. But you know what he did? He goes, "Bun that, I'm starting Isak." And now, do you know what it could be? That could be the hierarchy thing. And that goes full circle back to Salah. Because again, I don't know if it's a hierarchy thing when Salah said, well, in fact, he did. He said, like, "Oh, someone wants me out of the club," and didn't name drop. I think that tells you everything you need to know, in my opinion, anyway.
I mean, I hear it. I hear it. I mean, I do sympathize with the manager a little bit on that in terms of Isak is our record signing. At some point,
Yeah, of
you
course,
got to
of
play
course.
him. So, like, if Ekitike keeps being in form, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Keep your £125 million asset on the bench for the whole season?
Yes.
So I sympathize with. No, guys, come on, man. There's no way that can happen.
You're
You
saying
can't invest that
sympathize,
much
but
money
if
in a
I'm
player and then just keep
so hold
him on
on.
the
So
bench.
you're basically saying because the player costs more, but the other player is actually scoring goals, you should just drop the guy because he costs more.
No, I'm
That's what
not
you're
saying that. I'm just saying I can understand why there'd be pressure to play Isak.
But there
Who's
should
the
be no
pressure
pressure
coming
because you're winning games. It's man management. Do you know what
The
you
pressure's
supposed to
coming
do?
who's-
from everywhere, isn't it?
from who though? Where's the pressure
From
coming
everywhere, from the media, from the hierarchy, from the fan base.
That
Everyone's
doesn't
gonna
matter.
like, when's
See,
Isak gonna
again,
bust? We're
Hold on,
all
that
wait, wait.
shouldn't
excited
matter.
for him to
Hold
be
on,
He's
here.
the
hold on.
coach.
Let me ask you a question, Drift. All the games Ekitike played, let's say Ekitike got a brace yesterday. Who would you start in the Inter Milan game?
I start Ekitike.
Okay. Let's say Ekitike scores a goal and gets an assist in the next game. Who would you start in the game after that?
I'll start Ekitike
Why would you start Ekitike?
because he's in form.
Because on merit he deserves to play, right?
All right then.
So that's it then, Drift.
But I'm
that's
not the
what it
one
is.
sitting there with the pressure of Isak. We don't know what it feels like to be Slot. We're just talking as fans. If I'm Slot and I've got Isak looking at me like, do you know why I came here? I came here to play. And in the hierarchy, like, do you know how much money we spent on this kid? Why is he on the bench every week?
Oh,
It
do you
is
know?
a lot of pressure to
Oh,
be
I tell
like,
you, I tell you
you're
what.
not going to play. You're not going to play. You're not
I
going
tell you what you say to
Don't
Isak. I
run
tell you
with
what you
me,
say to Isak. Isak, bro, with all due respect, if the roles were reversed and you were scoring goals, you'd be the one starting. But Ekitike's playing well, so I can't take him out the team
Yeah, but we
because.
don't know if Isak's just going to accept that, though, bro. It's easy
Bruv, it's
to
not.
say.
Bruv, accept it or bounce, innit? Like, it's what it is.
Bro, he's our records. Come on, but it's not
I
a
don't
Ah,
simplistic
see,
care.
Drift.
that, man.
But so hold on, you're
It's
saying
not
accept
as
it or
simplistic as
but
that.
you're saying accept it. Carl's saying accept it or bounce, yeah. The same things with Salah, though, innit? It's the same thing. If you're playing well, obviously you deserve to play, right? And that's how I see it. Obviously, Salah wasn't playing well. I understand he should have got benched, but to not see no game time, I do think that is very, very harsh. Not even coming off the bench. It's the same thing with Isak, right? Isak would have to understand, okay, cool, I've got to bide my time a little bit. It hasn't worked for me so far. I've been behind in fitness. I've got to build up my fitness. And every time I step onto that pitch, I've got to show the manager that I'm better than Ekitike. Because, bro, I'll be real with you. Bro, I do believe Isak will obviously do well at Liverpool, but he still has to earn it. I don't care if you cost 100 and something million. You have to earn it, bro. Because right now, you are not the Newcastle Isak that we've all seen. This is what you need to understand, Drift.
But he
If
only
he
gets
showed
to that if he plays.
Drift, he
All
will
right, wait,
get
wait,
minutes.
hold on,
There's
wait.
plenty
Are
of
you going to
games.
play a different
That's my
scenario?
argument.
Who should be starting at left back right now? Robbo or Kirkers?
Robbo.
Kirkes has
Go
been
on,
all
Drift.
right.
You know the
recently.
answer. You know the answer.
No, but
Drift. Who's
Kirkes has been all right recently, so it's kind of a bad timing to ask that
He's been
question.
all right, but Robbo's been better
But
in
yeah,
my
I'll
opinion.
probably play
Remember,
Robbo, yeah.
I'm a Kirkes fan, right? I'm sitting there. I'll tell you now. Remember, I was one of the guys that said Robbo should leave the club, yeah, because I feel like his time is done at Liverpool. Well, guess what? I was wrong. Not only that, Robertson is coming to the team and showed experience and know-how how to play in this system, whatever you want to call it, and understands it better. So therefore, Robbo, who stepped onto the pitch, same amount of time maybe as Kirkes, he's done better. He's
And
actually
guess
done
what?
better. So he should
Kirkes
deserve
cost-
that spot.
Kirkes cost 45 million, right? The
Yep.
big money left back signing.
Yeah.
No, but
Kirkes
that's a
and
bit
Appleton.
different to 125 million
No,
record.
you're missing the
signing.
principle of it though. Robbo has been here since 2017, cost 8 million. Kirkes is the brand new shiny toy in 2025 who cost 45 mil. He's the big money signing for the price of a left back being 45 mil. That's premium money for a left back.
Not really. I get what you mean, but
Nah,
not
it kind of
really,
is, Drift.
bro.
It's not like a 25 or a 30. It's 45, nearly 50.
Yeah,
bro.
but I mean, the way the world is now, I don't think 40 mil.
No, I
for
get
a
what you're
right
saying, but the
back
premise is
crazy
though
money.
is that he used
For
the
a
new
left back,
signing.
45 premium for a left back. Premium.
No, so hold on. So what is the point though? Because he has been rotating them. I reckon they probably played about the same amount of minutes.
No, but the point is though, when Robertson has done well and played well, he's gonna play Kirkes. Whereas Kirkes has actually played well, whatever he's played Robbo. Again, you need stability. And if you've got someone who you think you're playing into form, like Robbo was at one point, or it kind of still is now, to be fair, you play him until Robbo does something crazy or mad. You play him, and this is what we're saying. You got players that are playing on the pitch right now and are getting away with it. Like Ibu's getting away with it, making errors. McAllister, oh my gosh, let's not even get onto him. Cody Gakpo's another one. There's players there that we feel as fans are not pulling their weight, and yet they play game after game after game. We don't see these games. We don't see these players drop for 3 games and not see game time like Salah. And I think this is where Salah probably feels very aggrieved. It was wrong for him to do. I agree. However, the grievance that he probably feels, we can't even probably imagine, because he's seen it on the pitch, he's sitting on the sidelines, and he's seen it more. He's analysing and going, "We're losing games here, and these are my brethren, like, but they're playing poorly, and yet I am being scapegoated in the media, and the general consensus is Salah is an issue." And I think that's probably why he lashed out. And like I said, I think it was wrong. But
But Matt, he lashed out at the manager and the
yeah,
club more than he
I
lashed
know.
out at the media. So what you're saying doesn't it can't be applied. Do you
No,
get what I mean?
no.
Like,
It can be
if
though.
he was time at the media and then had a cheeky shot at the manager, fair enough. But he
kind of did though, because he name dropped Carragher, bro. No, but he did have a go at the media as well, because he name dropped Carragher, and obviously man's bringing in other players into his discussion and talk about Haaland, talk about Kane.
Yeah, but that was after that was at the end of a 6-minute rant about the manager and
it
the
don't
club,
matter. He still name dropped them. The point is, Salah feels
but I'm saying he's going at the manager and the club more than the media. Remember, he played every minute until West Ham. You know, it ain't like he's been in and out of the team all season.
His problem is with the coach. If he's not playing football, that's to do with the coach. If he's not getting no minutes,
if his problem was with the coach, why up until West Ham was he playing every minute of every game? It seems very random to all of a sudden have an issue with a manager.
Because you don't want to know why. Obviously, we don't know this. We can only speculate. If Salah's going to get dropped for having poor performances, he's probably looking around, like I said, Jeff, thinking he's probably played just as bad as me, and so is he, and they're still playing games. Do you see what I mean?
No, but he was still playing games while he was playing crap.
Drift. All right, the best way for me to describe it. I'm Salah.
Him and Cody have played the same minute.
Drift. This is the best way for me to describe it. I'm Salah. You're Gakpo, and Carlos Kanate. We're all playing badly, but I'm the one that's being dropped. And not only that, I'm the one that's not seeing no get. So the last many games?
No, but Matt, you're saying you're not the one seeing game time, bro. But we're only talking about a 1 week period. Up until that point, he played every minute of every game.
Yes, and so are you guys.
Gakpo and him have got the same minutes, which means Gakpo was being dropped and was being rotated when Salah wasn't. So he was being punished for poor performances. Do you get what I mean? Like it's very easy to spin it. Like Gakpo got taken off at half time. Yes, he shouldn't have played the following game, but it's embarrassing to be hooked at half time. We all know that is code for you're so shit you can't even go back out.
But then you play the next game.
Has been humiliated a little bit.
But then you play the next game, though. But then you play the next game. So basically, what you're saying is, you can get taken off at half time and have a stinker, but you know you're going to be okay, though, right? Because you know you're starting the next game. So Drift, you're blessed. Cal, you know you can make a slide challenge at any given moment and give the game away. Know you're going to play next game. But me, if I misplace a couple of passes and I'm I don't know, running into players or whatever you guys want to call it, I know that I'm not going to see game time. In fact, I won't even come off the bench. I'm going to have a problem with the manager.
That cannot be the narrative after being dropped for 1 week.
Drift is high intensity.
He played every game before.
Drift is high. Drift. These guys, like you say, all want to play every minute of every game, but obviously they can't, right? We're just asking for fairness. If I'm seeing you and Cal play the majority of minutes, and I'm now all of a sudden just not even coming off the bench. I'm gonna have an issue with that because I'm thinking we're losing games and we're drawing games. You man keep making mistakes. I'm not even on the pitch, and I can't even see if I can even affect a game. I'm gonna feel aggrieved. That's me.
But in a
I wouldn't have done an interview, but I would have felt aggrieved.
Period, though, Matt. You think you'd crash out that hard?
You keep saying 1 week, yeah. But I think it looks like 1 week, but I think it goes back further though. When I say further, not
he was
thinking
playing
about
before that. How can it go back further if he was playing?
Because it's not just about playing drift. He even says it, but the treatment, scapegoated.
Yeah, but the scapegoating is the media. When is the club scapegoated, Mo?
But the manager's currently doing it at the moment.
I
don't know, man. Like I said,
all I know is that the manager was asked about Salah. This is before he done his thing. Yeah, his little interview thing. And manager said, "Well, he's got an AFCON in it, so yeah, bruv, it's dark.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I would always pick Salah over Slot, but I just think people's hate for Slot is making them like ignore things that just can't be true or make Salah look bad.
No. But I'm not saying Salah I'm not saying Salah done the right thing, by saying what he said. Oh, I agree with you, bro. Because when you go out in public and you start talking about, the workplace, that's a madness. That's you can't
we've
be
become
doing
a circus for the weekend, Matt.
I agree. No.
So
I agree with you. But you know what this tells me though? For a man to speak like that tells me, this is just my opinion, I'm speculating, he knows he's on the verge of being sold,
And that would come down to why I think that's got more to do with the hierarchy.
And how would you feel?
I don't think Slot can just say,
so let me ask you a question. Even though you're unhappy with how Salah's come out and said this, how would you feel if Salah sold in January and the manager's still here?
I'll be livid.
Because I'll tell you this now.
But it wouldn't be Slot's fault. It would not be Slot's fault.
Why wouldn't it be Slot's fault?
Because there's no way Slot can go to the hierarchy and go sell Salah. I don't want him, and they go okay and sell him.
I think he can influence it, but you're right. He don't have final say. All right, so you're both right. Slot doesn't have final say, but he can definitely put his input in. One thing I will say is this though: is if Salah leaves and Slot is still here, that's a badness. Go look at all the articles that have been written over the last 12 hours. Liverpool have clearly briefed the media. I'm seeing Paul Joyce. I've never seen Paul Joyce write like this, Man saying things like, I'm paraphrasing. Well, I can't remember if it was Paul Joyce, but someone said, last year, there was kind of like that kind of agreement, so to speak, where, okay, you're not going to do as much defending, but you got to win me that title. And then someone was like, well, look at you now. You're not scoring goals, you're not getting assists, so should you really complain? I'm thinking...
who's broken the promise now?
Yeah, I'm thinking, who's broken... I said to myself, hold on a minute.
That's a hit piece.
Where is all this vim for the manager? Because Liverpool are very good at the media, When I say very good, remember Jamie Carragher's in the media, yeah? He's definitely part of that Liverpool hierarchy. Carragher knows exactly what to say. One thing I'll say is this, I don't like it. It's already been briefed in front of our eyes that they're going to back the manager. That itself is a crime. Salah's done what he's done. That's a separate thing. But then backing the manager and then now throwing a hit piece on Salah is insane to me. You can criticize him, but saying things like Cal said, yeah, and what I was alluding to, who's broken the promises now by not scoring goals and getting assists? I'm thinking, brother, this guy's done so much for the club. He has 6 months of bad form, and man are basically saying, get out of the club because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Is that what the club said about Mo today?
Well, that's what Joyce said.
That's what Joyce said, bro. Why would Joyce say, bruv, it's dark.
Hold on. So Joyce, as the voice of the club, has hit back at Mo and said, who's breaking promises now? You ain't done.
Yeah, I think it was Joyce. I'm almost certain it was Joyce. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's mad. I didn't even know that.
Chat. Bruv, it's crazy.
I didn't even know that. That's mad. I didn't know. Nah. That makes me believe even more it's the hierarchy then. Because why is the club taking shots at Mo?
Why are the
Well, he did
journalists
take
taking
shots
shots?
at them, innit? So it's to be expected they're going to
Mm.
take shots back. He took shots at the club.
This is mad.
But I agree with what
How
they've
did
not
we
that I
get
agree
here?
with what they're saying, but he's
You
taking
lot.
shots at the club.
How did we get here? How the fuck did we get
Because
here?
we
I
have
know,
a
we won the league
manager
last
who's
year, right?
incompetent and owners who are unwilling to get
I
rid
think
of said manager.
the best way to
my
put this, yeah,
days.
this would never happen under Jurgen Klopp. He would have, yes, Salah's had an issue with Klopp. I think there was even talk that Salah might have even left potentially if Klopp would have stayed. However, all I'm going to say is I never would have seen this type of circus under Jurgen because his personality and his man management, Mane spoke about it. Mane even said in his interview with Rio, he's like, yeah, I've had bust ups with Klopp before. Man had to speak to him in his office very rare. We sort it out. Very, it seems like Slot is unable to do that from what
He
it
has
looks
crap
like.
man management. His man management
Yeah,
skills are crap. They're crap. You can see it. They're crap. Like when Ibu's getting subbed and he's laughing and shaking his head as he's coming on, his man management skills are crap.
yeah. I'll be real. Ibu's done with Slot, man. You can tell. Bro.
If Slot stays, Ibu's definitely going. He might have just
Oh
won-
yeah,
he might-
yeah.
He might just won out. I'm telling
Yeah.
you this from now. If Arne Slot stays at the club, Virgil, Allison, Robbo, and Salah will be gone by the end of this season, by the end of next season. May even by the end of this season. They'll all be gone. They'll all be gone. This guy, keeping this guy, we're putting ourselves in danger of setting ourselves back a decade.
Yeah.
A decade.
I don't think it's that bad. Our score is way too good for that.
How long since Arsenal won a league?
2004.
No, but that's different though.
It's not Drift.
Do you know what it
years
is, bro?
Because
Hold on,
Wenger
wait.
wasn't crap at the beginning.
Hold
of
on.
that.
Drift. When was the last time United won a league?
2012.
A long time ago.
Look how quick.
No, but they're rotten though, because this type of shit is regular at Man U. This is
Drift.
regular things for
Do you
Man
think
U.
Man
Something
United
become
fans
regular,
ever
what happened the
foresaw
first
what
time,
they're
right?
seeing now?
For something to become regular, it's got to happen the first time, right?
Yeah, but that's why you got to nip it in the bud.
We ain't nipping.
You think Man
nothing.
United tried to nip it in the bud though? You think Arsenal
No,
tried
I
to nip it in
think
the bud?
they are nipping it in the bud by getting rid
No,
of
but-
Salah. They're saying
No, but-
no player can disrespect the club like that. You've
But
got
Drift,
to go.
Salah is not the issue. This is what I'm trying to say. The issue,
No, I'm
yes,
not saying he's
is
the issue. I'm saying him taking the shot at the club, bro. The club are going
That's
to
an
address
issue,
it by selling
100%.
him because they're going to show you can't
All right,
have
so
shots at
imagine-
the club and get away with it.
All right,
That
so
is
let me ask you
nipping
this
in the
then.
bud.
So Salah makes a mistake, yeah, takes a shot at the club. Do you think he should be sold, in your honest opinion? Yes or no?
No, I
Don't forget about the
I
club.
personally don't think.
All
he
right
should
then,
be
because that's
Big
what
up
that's what
Conroy
I
in
think.
the
sold.
chat.
No, but
Big
I'm
up
not the
Conroy,
club.
Big
though,
up
man.
Conroy.
No,
Big up
you're not the
Conroy.
club, but I just wanted to get your honest opinion because at least we're aligning. Because I'm with you. He's made a mistake. Don't get twisted. You can punish him, fine him or whatever, yeah. But to be sold, he's a legend, bro, and he's gonna leave through the back door, like you said, yeah. Do you know how horrible that must be for Salah? Even though he knows he's probably made a
Yeah.
mistake and he probably
I
knows
heard
there's no
that.
going back. The hierarchy should be going, do you know what, Salah, you've made a big mistake. You're going to get fined. You're going to have a talking to. We're going to sort this out. If they now go and sell him, that is mental to me. That is mental.
But we know that Hughes and Edwards are ruthless, right? So this is what happens when you got ruthless, like people running the club are ruthless.
So
Why
Remember,
do we always say
do
this?
you remember when we were all finding it funny when we heard the news about the way Hughes did Thingy dirty, even though they've been friends for like 15 years over the Isak stuff? And we all laughed. We're like, right, is that
feel that's a bit different.
hard?
That's a
yeah?
little
Very,
different,
very
though.
Wait.
brethren.
Hold
Yeah.
on. He's Slot ruthless.
Well, last season it seemed like he was.
So why do we always keep on saying Edwards and Hughes are ruthless? Why do we not say Slot's ruthless?
Because
as well?
that's where we just have a difference of opinion, Cal. Because I don't believe Slot's got anywhere near as much power when it comes to transfers as you do. I just think he can give an opinion at the end of the assessment everyone else has done. I don't believe he's got any more than 25 or 30%.
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
Of
But
contribution to what goes on.
But
with
what
the
about
transfer.
man
So
management?
hold on.
though?
Wait, sorry again, man. Apart from Chiesa, can you tell me one player that we've signed that Slot didn't want?
No, but that doesn't mean it wasn't still Hughes' doing just because Slot liked the player.
No, but you're saying he's only got a limited amount of power. I fully will sit here and tell you he didn't want Chiesa because his actions show he didn't want Chiesa and he ain't been playing him. So if he didn't have any power, we wouldn't buy players that he wouldn't want.
So what's the point of having a director of football though?
To get the deals over the line, so the coach doesn't have to do all the calling about and all that stuff.
No, but bro, we know the real point of a director of football is that they're supposed to buy players that align with the system of the club and philosophy and whatnot, and it isn't about individuals, which is why we didn't want to bring Amarin in, for example, because he wanted to change so much. So you buy players that even if you bring another manager in, it can still work. That's the point of a director. And everyone said, Slot, it was wrong that we gave Klopp all that power and Klopp could just buy people. And look, it didn't really work when we started letting the manager. And that was the whole reason why we got in such good, strong-minded people like Edwards and Hughes. And now all of a sudden, people are going, nah, man, it's Slot. Slot's the one getting rid of people. Slot's the one why we bought this. So what's Hughes and Edwards doing?
Do you know what I think it is, though? Me
why
personally.
is it Slot? Sorry, Slot said him and you, before we got up to the window, Slot came out and was like, yeah, me and Hugh speak every day about transfers.
Yeah, because he's obviously going to want to get his manager's opinion. It doesn't mean that his manager's the one who makes the decisions, though.
But that goes back to my original point. Why would Hughes go and get a player when Slot goes, I don't want that player, I don't really fancy that player?
But I don't think Slot said I don't want him, bro. I think he just said, I'll trust your judgment and I'll work with him in training.
Or he could say, yeah, that is the player I want.
Yeah, he might have done that on some of them. I'm sure Wirtz, he was like, of course I want him. But I'm saying on others, it doesn't mean that he was like, he might have just went,
guys, I'll be real. I think you're both.
On it.
Guys, I'll be honest. I think you're both right. You know what? Because it's a great area. It's a great area because he's a head coach and not a manager. So you don't really know how much, because you can be a head coach, yeah, but still be pretty influential in transfer dealings, but in other things you're not. So just in terms of incomes and outgoings, you might have quite a big say. But for example, when it comes to like, I don't know, players' contracts, you might not get there. So there is that great area. So I think you're both right. I think that's a hard one to judge because Jurgen Klopp is a manager. And when you're a manager, in my opinion, you're going to have more say. As a head coach, that's going to vary. No one will actually have the answer. You won't cow and you won't drift. And neither will I. That's a great area that I think we could argue till the cows come home, genuinely, because he's head coach. Yeah. That's what makes it murky. I'll be real. It makes it because you don't know. There's no wrong or right answer. No one knows. I don't know. You know what I mean? No one knows.
Yeah.
Fairs. Well, you know what, boys? We spent way longer speaking about that than we should.
Yeah, sorry, that's my bad.
No, it's not. Because I started off the show with a rant, so it's not even on you, Matt.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I have to be honest. It spilled over from last show because the last show was talking about it, so it's like it spilled over into this show.
Yeah, bro. And listen, later on today we got to do our Monday night show. That's gonna be even worse, bro.
We're gonna wake up to some crazy news, boys. I know we are. We're gonna. You know why? Because
do we find out who's on the plane tomorrow?
I guess so.
I think.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be very telling.
Salah's not gonna be on that plane.
He won't be on the plane. I don't think.
I think he will, boys. I think he will.
You think he will? Fair.
I think because he was at training today. I think he'll be on the plane.
But he will train. However, imagine cussing out the manager, yeah. And then the manager's like, "Don't worry about it, man. You're on the plane." I'll be shocked, bro.
They just got to sit at opposite ends, isn't it?
No, because Salah strikes me the person that will actually just sit where he wants to sit and just bust joke and just smile. But
if Mo's not on the plane, boys, he's gone then, isn't it?
Not necessarily. If Mo's not on the plane, I would say that he stayed behind. They're clearly going to speak to his agent Rami, and I think they're going to discuss how to move forward or if they can move forward. That's what I will take from that. But it will lean more towards that he's probably going to go, if I'm being honest. It'll lean more, not definitive, but it'll lean more towards it, which is insanity again. I can't be living in a world where Salah is sold and Cody Gakpo is still doing that left wing and Arne Slot's the manager. I can't, bro. I just can't.
You still haven't answered my question I put in the private chat yesterday, Matt, either, but it's cool. It's cool.
I did respond to it, you know.
No, you responded. You didn't answer the question.
I responded.
You are such a politician.
I responded. Man said I didn't respond. You saw the text, right? I responded.
Such a politician.
Like I left it unread or something.
No, but there's a difference between responding and answering the question.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing though? It's very easy to do that after what's transpired.
I've
Innit?
asked this
That's
question
one
from
thing
the
I will say.
I asked this question from the moment it
Yeah,
happened.
so obviously it would have been no, and then the one season. It's like the whole.
All right,
I'll give an example, Drift. It's like when Kyle tried to do the Anthony Gordon prop with the Diaz thing.
What? Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
When have I done Anthony Gordon prop on Diaz?
You said did you not want Anthony Gordon over Diaz at one point?
No. Drift,
You
you're my
didn't?
witness. Hold on, Drift, you're my witness here. Have I ever once said I wouldn't
Hey, Drift, am I going mad?
No, you're both right. So Cal's right. He never said Gordon over Diaz. But Matt's right that out of all three of us, Cal was the one who gave more positivity towards the Gordon signing if it happened. So
Yeah.
both are right.
But I said never at the expense of Diaz.
Yeah, he didn't say over Diaz. No, he didn't say
Told
that.
you, Matt's a politician.
So wait there. Let me ask Kyle a question. So if Gordon signed, who would you
No,
have
I'm
wanted
not
to
answering
start as our
questions. I'll
left
just
wing?
respond until you answer mine.
Ah, got you. Got it. I hear it.
I'm not gonna lie though, Matt is on a savage thing this season, you know.
He's
Man is
always
taking
been on a
shots
savage
at
team. There's a
man
reason you call him the
constantly.
menace, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just
it's
asking
crazy.
questions, bro. That's all I'm doing. I'm just asking questions, man.
Sometimes the question being asked can be as savage as saying something else. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Oh no.
I just can't believe we become such a circus in 24 hours, boys. I don't like it. It's been.
I know
the
we
last 24
laughed to
hours
kind
has been madness.
I know we laughed to kind of like not feel bad about it, but it's in all honesty, like big man thing, it's sad, bro, because our club won a league and obviously we had to go for a lot in the summer. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Jota passing, his brother passing, and you think to yourself, bro, that is something that we never even could have expected. RIP Jota and Andre Silva, and then we think, do you know what? Okay, we don't know how we're going to get back from that, but all we can do is put our best foot forward. So what do? We try our best. We try and get the best transfers that we can. We're hoping that the manager continues over from last season, and it goes from starting winning 5 games in a row. Yes, we weren't perfect, but we got the five victories. Very rare. We're thinking this could be champions mentality because last minute winners. You know, you're not playing well, you're going to get better. And since that moment, it's just all gone left, from players not playing well, tactics being questioned, player performances, bust up with the manager's job now being in question, even the hierarchy as well. Like people start to question, like, what are their real motives towards Salah? Bruv, we just turned it into a massive like mess of a football club, something that I wouldn't have associated Liverpool with.
It's crazy,
it's sad.
bro.
Like, I'll be real, big man thing, chat is sad. I'll be real, it's sad. It's sad.
It's very sad.
Max.
Yeah.
Right. So Inter Milan, they're probably licking their lips.
This game
Can you imagine?
is so important. It's unbelievable.
I'm gonna say this right now. Spoiler alert.
It's unbelievable.
This is
we're getting packed in.
Yeah, this is the worst time to play them. Imagine our star players has criticized the manager, but he hasn't criticized the manager while we're winning games. He's criticized the manager. We're losing games. We're drawing games. We can't even get a. Well, I know we beat West Ham, but if that even feels so long ago, and now we're about to face Inter Milan. Inter Milan must be looking at it thinking, these man, I've got so much going on. All we have to do really is show up and apply a bit of pressure, and these men will fold. Honestly,
boy, this guy is I
apply a bit of pressure.
I guess I'm clinging on to the hope of, apart from the PSV game, we've been better in Europe than we've been in the Prem. So I'm gonna hope that has something to do with
the Galatasaray game as well, Drift.
We got packed in, Drift, at home.
No, I said apart from that game. I think the Galatasaray game, because it was such a dubious penalty or whatever, I don't necessarily know if I would say that would be a worry.
That's 3-0 at home.
No, Cal said the Galatasaray game. I don't think Galatasaray was worrying. I just don't think we played.
So what was the game where we got when I say they actually battered? Was it? It was Galatasaray.
No, PSV, the ones who battered.
Sorry, PSV. I keep saying Galatasaray. Sorry, PSV.
Yeah, PSV.
We got absolutely battered.
For the most part, I think we've been better in Europe than we've been in the Prem. Like, if I'm looking at the performances, I think the Real Madrid performance, obviously,
Real Madrid and Atletico have been the two best, haven't they?
Yeah, well, even the Frankfurt one. Like, I just think we've been better in Europe than we've been in the Prem.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right, Drift. You're right. Still, you're right.
Do you know
How
what I
long
mean?
till that lasts? Though? That's my
So
worry. Then you get that
I'm
kind of.
hoping the Inter Milan game goes in that category with those games. It's just pure hopium at the moment, boys. That's it. That's all I
Yeah.
can cling on to. Do you know what I'm saying? I can just cling on to that and just hope that Europe is just better suited for us, you know, and just Verts. I
Salah won't
want
be
Verts
there,
to
you know.
pull off another good game, and yeah, I'm just
Spoiler alert: Gakpo's playing left wing.
yeah, he will. It seems really harsh for me to say this because of obviously him only just finding form. I really do believe the key at the moment to any victory is Florian, you know.
Yeah, of course it is.
If you look at the last 3 games, Florian was the reason we got the result pretty much. So if he has a good game tomorrow, we could win.
I think him and Ekatike are the 2 key players that I look at and think if we got those 2 in the starting lineup,
Although
we
Ekatike,
definitely
until he
chance.
scored that brace, was having a bit of a mare. I can't lie.
That's
Like, he
true.
had
No.
He
He went.
without a good
But you
game,
want to
you know
know
what I mean?
why though? He wasn't starting games. Remember, he was coming off the bench because Isak was starting. Because remember Ekatike hurt his back, and then I think even before then Isak was starting games. Remember even the Man United game.
Oh yeah,
Isak
and I
started.
forget why he wasn't playing. I'm just saying he had
Yeah,
gone through a bit of poor form himself.
he
So
needed them 2 goals, and I would
he
keep
needed
him in the
those goals.
starting
Yeah,
lineup.
he needed
Yeah.
those goals, 100%. I'm just hoping we get a Verts masterclass.
So I'm hoping Vert starts.
Yeah,
Be
for
better.
real.
Be better.
You never know, man. With this manager, bro.
I'm
If
gonna
he
be real. I
doesn't, that's
wouldn't be
crazy.
massively surprised if he didn't.
Because remember his
Gonna say
hold on, I'm trying to remember his quote. He said Isak, Verts, and Gomez can't play 3 90-minute games, but they will be involved. Do you remember he said that?
Mm.
So would this be
Name
the
the
3rd
players
game?
again, sorry. What players did he
So
name?
he said Isak, Verts, and Gomez can't play 3 90-minute games. That's what he said.
Oh yeah. I remember when he said that.
So
Yeah.
this theoretically, if I'm not mistaken, since he said that quote might be the 3rd game. So they're either gonna come off the bench
they're all
or
coming back from injury, innit? So
yeah. So he made. I mean, I would start at Katike. That's a given. You have to start Verts. And Conor Bradley's back, but does he start Conor Bradley after just coming back from injury? I don't know.
yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
Or does
So
he go
we were
Gomez?
gonna guess the starting lineup. What would we guess then, boys? What?
Alisson in goal.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I
But
think so, yeah.
it's right back is tricky though. I
I
think
don't
he.
think so. I think Bradley starts at right back.
I think he goes Gomez. I'm going Gomez. He starts because Bradley's just come back from injury. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, Matt. He has just come back in it. I'm thinking, will he give him another game after playing
Yeah,
him?
and then he'll start Bradley
Just back
weekend
from
against
injury?
Brighton, I think, because he want to be more attacking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know, you know, Flip. I don't know. I'll
I'm
go
gonna say
Joey as
it's
well.
not. Yeah,
I'll go Joey as
means-
well. Unless he's gonna play Joey at centre back and drop Ibu.
you know he ain't doing that.
I
He
don't
ain't
know,
doing
you know. We'll have to, because what Ibu did the last game was worse than probably what he's done.
Bruv, you could
before.
be right because Slot has some. To give him credit, there's been times when he has surprised us when he played the same line the other day. So you could be right, but if he does that, that would mean there'll be an issue at right back because you're gonna have to play Conor Bradley just coming back from injury, or he does the mad thing and plays Soboslai there.
Do you know what? The chat are right. Bradley can't play the Brighton game because he's suspended. Cal's right. It probably will be Bradley for this game.
Oh, if he's suspended, then it'll be Conor Bradley. That makes it easier then, which means he could play Gomez at centre back next to Virgil.
Yeah.
Do you guys think he's doing that? Yes or no?
He might, you know. He actually might.
Not that he might. Is he doing it? Yes or no? Boys?
I'm still
I would
thinking
say 70% chance he plays Ibu, 30% chance he plays Gomez.
I'm gonna go 80-20. Virgil definitely playing.
Yeah, Virgil's definitely playing. Yeah.
Virgil can't be dropped, bro. We know that.
Left back will be interesting. What do you think he's going to do with left back?
Flip of a coin.
I think he may go Kirkes because of Dumfries.
For the pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, he may do that.
All right, let's go Kirkes then. Let's go Kirkes.
Left back situation is very interesting, by the way, especially in the summer when Robbo's contract runs out. But we'll speak
Yeah.
about that another time.
Yeah.
Both of our fullback positions are Calvin, being honest.
Yeah, less so right back because you've just bought a new right back and Connor Bradley's there. But I get your premise as well, though.
Because of
You
their
said
injuries.
You
It's
said
the
Frimpong's a
injuries
right
that
back,
make
Cal.
right back
Are
an
you
issue,
sure?
isn't
You said Frimpong's a right back. Are you sure, Cal?
it?
But
The way this
Yeah, you're
manager,
right.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
all right, who's playing in the pivot, guys?
Gravenberch and McAllister. You know it is. He's gonna
Yeah,
drop Jones.
I hate the fact that it's true, but Matt's right. It's blatantly
It's
going to be
Europe.
those.
It's Europe. He'll drop Jones
Yeah,
for no
it's
reason.
blatantly gonna... But to be
Oh,
fair, in
I've got a little
Europe probably
theory.
is where they'll play their best football at the moment.
I have a
He
theory
will
on what
never-
we're going to do in the midfield. I think it's going to
Wow.
be Jones, Grav, and Mac in the three-man midfield.
Oh
Because
my!
Soboslai will be playing out on the right wing.
He's gonna play on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cal might be right.
Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. You know.
And if it's anything to go from the substitution, he actually had McAllister in the more advanced role of the three.
Yep.
And to be fair to McAllister, he didn't even do that bad. I think he did all right playing in that more attacking role. He was that dummy for the goal was brilliant. So
To be fair, it's the only thing he did though when he came on.
I know, but that's because we was being penned back in it. So
Yeah, you might be right with that. Yeah,
Is it going to
you're
be
right with that
Gakpo or
midfield,
Verts on the left?
Oh my days.
oh yeah, shit. Now if we do
It's gonna
that,
be
I
Cody.
forgot.
He won't start Verts. You're right. He won't start him. If it's
Nah,
left wing,
but no, Vert's left wing. He'll put Vert's left wing.
I think he
will.
plays Cody.
He'll go Vert's left wing. It's Europe.
You
He'll
know
go
why?
Verts
He's going
left
up
wing.
against Dumfries. He'll say, "You know how to play against your team, mate." He's going with Cody, bro.
No, but remember at the same time, he also might think if Florian is playing left wing, Dumfries can't go forward as much because he's got to concentrate on Vert.
Oh, I think he'll make Dumfries go forward even more.
You
Bruv,
think so?
Yeah.
But then that leaves the space though that if we get it to Verts is in a more advantageous position. That will...
Remember they play three at the back though, Drew.
I know, but
They
they'll
do.
definitely not want Verts in that pocket out wide though.
No, but Drift,
'Cause
you're
he-
doing
he
it
can
wrong.
create
You're
from there. Do you get what I'm saying?
you're thinking as what you would do. This is remember. There's a difference between you speaking logic and the manager going, "It's Cody Gakpo."
If he plays Cody on the left wing and drops Verts, that'll be unless it'll be the fitness thing, because we did talk about the fact that he said them three shouldn't play all 3 games within the week. So maybe it might be Verts comes off the bench because it's because of fitness.
I think he's
But
playing
yeah,
Cody.
if Cody starts over Verts and Verts is fully fit, that's mad. I can't lie.
If I don't see Verts in his team, I'm crashing out. That's
Because
what
I'm putting
saying.
Verts out
crashing
there all day long.
Yeah,
Who do
so
we-
would I. But
Yeah, who would I personally I'd play Verts in the 10 in this game. But-
so would I, and drop Mac.
Well, yeah, I guess we're going off.
McAllister should be dropped.
I have a little theory. I actually think Gakpo, if he starts the game, will have a good game against an Italian team. He was excellent against AC Milan this time last season or earlier.
Slower
on in the
pace
season.
game, innit? It's slower pace. Remember, Gakpo
Yeah,
would do better in Europe because it's slower pace game, innit?
Yeah, he was excellent against AC Milan. One of his best performances for the club, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's no point in even. It's going to be Gakpo. There's no point in us debating.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm
I
not
know.
even mad. I'm not even mad at Gakpo starting this game. I'm not even mad.
No,
at it.
I'll only
would
be
play
mad.
Verts in the 10.
Yeah, I'd only be mad if Gakpo starts, but Verts doesn't even. He's not in the starting 11. I think you have to drop. In my opinion, you have to drop McAllister and play Verts in the 10, and then that way, I guess I can get over Gakpo playing left.
Shall I be real with you, Matt? If it was up to
Yeah.
me, I'd drop Gravenberch and McAllister, and I'd go Jones and Sobo in the pivot.
Jones and Sobin, but yeah, bruv, 100%. Because
If it was up to me, that's what I would do. And
'cause
I'd
the
play
manager
Chiesa-
acts like-
Chiesa right wing.
Yeah, because Gravenberch, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Even the handball incident leading to the goal, yeah. You know,
Yeah,
if that wasn't even a goal, it would have been a penalty.
Yeah, it stunk.
Gravenberch, it's like he can't drop Gravenberch. Bruv, imagine I'm one of Gravenberch's big people say I'm at your Gravenberch needs to be dropped, bro. Like you said, yeah. If players are making mistakes and they need a rest, obviously. They're human beings. It's okay to drop the player, like how you done Salah. Are Liverpool really going to be that bad if you play Soboslai and Grav in the midfield away in Europe? Boy.
Up top, he gets the nod.
I'm saying Ekatike.
No, not who would start. Who do you think will start?
it should be I don't know, because this manager's he's mental in it. So
I personally think Isak will start.
you think because less intensity?
I don't know. I just think Isak will start. I would start Ekitike for this game. I think Isak will start.
So that you want to get the player into 4 minutes. You're right. I think he might start Isak. He might, which is insane.
I'm gonna go with Ekitike. I think because he got the brace, I think he'll play Ekitike.
I think he might start Isak and then
Griff,
play.
you're saying what I'd like to happen, but I don't think that's
Same.
gonna happen.
We all want Ekitike to start. I just don't know if he does it. I think
You know
he might
what is
play
a
Isak.
really, really sad state of affairs for us to be in, though, boys? That there's actually disgruntledness about Isak playing. This isn't how it was supposed to be, man.
No,
Yeah, I know.
not from me, Drift. I'm just saying Ekitike is in better form right now, so I'm playing Ekitike over
No,
Isak.
what drift means
No.
is that you sign the world-class player, and first of all, he's injured. He's not up to
fit.
speed, fitness-wise, and then not only that, he picks up an injury. Like, yes, you could not be fit, but we thought once we get him up to speed, if he doesn't turn into Newcastle Isak, he'll be the closest thing, and then next year he goes supernova. Maybe he needed a little bit of bedding period.
But how
the
can
fact that
he be Newcastle Isak when he
Yeah.
doesn't get the ball?
We don't
how
have
can he be
Murphy.
Newcastle? If we don't have we don't have a profile like Murphy. You're right.
Oh boy.
Can you imagine Salah hearing that quote?
Oh man.
We don't have a profile
I mean, you know
like
what?
Murphy.
He's actually technically right. We don't have that pacey, kind of like
Pacey?
box crasher the way Murphy does. No, but like Murphy's like that box crasher pacey.
No, but I'm gonna say
he
this
gets a
though.
lot of goals as well. Remember, to his credit, doesn't
Drift.
Murphy get like around 8?
Do you know
to 10
why the
goals a
manager?
season?
So we say
You know
Murphy's better than Gakpo then, and Salah.
No, but he's more of a box crasher than Gakpo is, though.
But do you know what? Do you know how crazy that is? That tells
Yeah,
me
yeah,
the
it's the
manager
weirdest
hasn't.
thing in the world. It's the weirdest.
That
thing in
tells
the
me
world,
the
isn't it?
manager hasn't got an idea how to get the best out of Isak. Just because Eddie Howe used Jacob Murphy, that shouldn't mean Slot needs Jacob Murphy. Am I a dickhead, bro? You're telling me you need the same player to make this other player work? Nah, that means you're not a great coach. For me, that means you're not a great coach.
Well, no,
You're not
look,
a
you
good
know
coach.
what? Big up Rakish, because this is the point to it as well, isn't it? It's because he's right-footed and he obviously gets to the byline and crosses. I mean, technically, we do have Chiesa who actually could be doing it. But
I'm gonna be real.
Hold on, wait there.
Gordon crosses way more than Murphy does. Gordon crosses way more than Murphy.
Can Conor Bradley cross? Because he crossed the other day for Ekitike, but he never guess what? He's too busy inverting. All right, let's move.
For real. Let's have these super boys.
It's funny. It's funny, man.
Big up to Mr. Moses.
Crazy,
Says, does Salah travel with it to Inter? I don't believe.
No, I don't think he does.
I'm still
personally.
gonna say I think he goes.
Jamrock, Diaz, Nunes, Jota, and Soba ran their arse off for most facts.
Yeah.
10
All
says,
right,
big up
Jota.
Callum Spitting Facts. 100. After recent waffling performances, good to see you back in form. Wow.
Wow,
I thought that was about someone else, and then I realized.
I thought it was. I realized. I
no.
thought is he talking about something?
Nah, you know, I rate it. It's honesty, innit? It's honesty. Salah didn't have the patience to wait till Slot was sacked, shot himself in the foot, no way out. Here, first.
I think Slot had more chance to go in if Mo hadn't said anything, you know.
I don't.
No, I don't. I think Mo said that knowing the manager's not being sacked. That's what I think.
Maybe.
He knows he's not being sacked.
Amanda Jabi might get sacked soon. Thoughts on him to LFC? Yeah, at this point, I'd probably do it.
Yeah, I would.
There's a little bit of concern though with some of his tactical decisions, but yeah, Slot's
I was
way
gonna
more
say
concerned.
getting sacked by Real Madrid's got to be a concern, right?
No,
It's
don't get
sacked,
twisted.
the problem is
Real
that-
Madrid
No,
have
but
got
this
their own
early,
issues, though.
considering how much they invested in him, to get rid of him already is a little worrying.
No, but Drift, the difference is they're getting rid of him when they're in second place. We're trying to get rid of our manager. We're in
their
eighth.
bloody.
But that's our point, though, Drew.
That's
If we
the point,
were
though.
in second place, none of us would be even thinking about getting rid of Slot.
100.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, they're a very toxic club, so fuck them. But at the same time, is it that he can't handle being at a big club? Would that worry you lot? I don't know.
All right, so as of right now, they're 4 points behind Barcelona in the table. four
No, it's because
points.
they lost
they gotta
today,
get-
Cal. It's because they lost
today. I didn't know they lost today.
Yeah,
I didn't know they
yeah,
lost
They
today.
lost today.
No, you're
yeah.
right. No,
Oh,
I hear
dear.
that. But still 4 points,
dear.
and in the Champions League group, they're 5th, 3 points off top.
And where are we?
But we all know that that hierarchy thinks if they're not first, then it's not good enough.
So that's my point. Is it harsh to judge Alonso and say, is it crazy getting sacked from Real Madrid when really it's just not?
No, maybe. But again,
Remember, it's
a lot of
Alonso's
the
first
fans have
season, you
been
know.
saying that he's too defensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's his
I
first
think
season, though.
Shout out to Jay, says, if he got hooked, he was punished. I'm confused. To an extent, Jay. To an extent.
I think being hooked at halftime is punishment, I think.
My issue is this might strengthen the manager's job. It seems like it has from the rumblings coming out. Omar said, I kept on warning people about this 4 weeks ago. Yeah, you did, to be fair. Jay says, this is whataboutism fair. It doesn't always equal equality. I'm gonna say equality because I've never seen that word before.
I think he meant to
quibble. I don't know if that's a word or not.
Omar says, Drift saying they renewed Mo to flip him for money is crazy. I don't think
no, but if he played well, then they don't need to flip him. So it was like a win-win, if that makes it. If you've got a guaranteed buyer, if he plays well, you keep him. If he doesn't play well, you sell him. It was actually a win-win from the club from that point of view.
Craig says Isak will start against Inter, which is wrong. Hear that. Obina says Drift is absolutely right. You can't drop VVD and Kanate. Minutes played this season. Maka 920, Salah 1,120, Gakpo 1,132. Cow, there's no favoritism here. I mean, all right, I'll break this down. You can absolutely drop Kanate and Virgil. They're not invincible and they've been playing horrifically, especially Kanate. Maka's played less minutes than Salah and Gakpo, fair enough, but I guarantee Maka's played more minutes than Jones. And Salah and Gakpo have played probably 1,000 more minutes than Chiesa has. So, yes, there is favoritism there.
If we saw Endo at centre back instead of Virgil, we'd crash out, bro.
Gomez is there. Gomez is right.
No, so what if we played Gomez and Endo then? What if we dropped those two and played Gomez and Endo?
But I'm not saying they had to be dropped at the same time, but you can drop them though. Or else what's the point of having a third choice centre back?
Well, he wasn't fit, remember?
So we were told. Matt says hella revision. But we were told Chiesa wasn't fit.
No, but I think the Joey one's real.
Hold on, we were told McAllister wasn't fit. Hold on, we were told McAllister wasn't fit. McAllister come out himself and said he's fit.
Well, I think the Joey one was true though.
What about the McAllister one?
I don't even remember that happening. When did that happen?
Matt says hella revisionism. People wanted Salah dropped, dropping both centre backs. If we lose, Slot gets cooked. Slot's main issue was not dropping Gakpo and playing Isak. To be fair, you could have dropped Kanate by now. Could have absolutely dropped Kanate.
Could have, yeah.
Heistin says low-key want us to lose to get him out. Nah, we need to win.
Nah, bro, we can't be losing.
I've always said this. I never want us to lose a game just to get out the manager.
No, because guys, remember in the league's one thing, we can't win the league. All right. If we don't win against Inter Milan, we're really at risk of not qualifying for the next round of the Champions League, you know. Like we need 2 more wins when you've got 3 more games. And we've got to go away to Marseille and away to Inter Milan. One of those games has to be a miracle.
Yeah,
we have to win one of those 2 games.
You'll Never Walk Alone 2.0 says no Salah conceded all goals versus Leeds from the right hand side. Third goal was corner from the right. Our best midfielder is on the right wing. System equals Verts and Isak dead slot out. I didn't think about that. It's true though. That's actually true. Omar says, Drift, did you see LFC mouthpiece Paul Joyce articles?
Omar, only what the boys have told me about today.
Yeah, it's deep.
If Mo was dropped for 2 games, I'm going to guess if he wasn't dropped for 2 games, does he do this? Honestly, I don't know, Jamrock. Honestly, I don't know. I'd probably lean towards saying no if I'm going to be honest, but I don't know.
Unless Jamrock means if it was only 2 games and then he played against Leeds, would he have done this?
Maybe not, you know. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Potentially, maybe not.
I just feel like he's had a bit of an emotional crash out. Like 3 games in a row, but only within a 7-day or 8-day space. It's like, I don't know. It seems like he's just had a bit of a crash out. I don't know what's going on, man.
Arjun says Salah first, then Slot. No one will survive Edwards. Said no one will survive Edwards. Omar
Well,
says
maybe Klopp was warning us about how harsh Edwards is. I don't know.
If your manager ignores you reaching out, your response is, again, that's speculation, Omar. But if that is the case, then yeah, you're obviously going to crash.
Guys, my battery's about to go and I'm gonna have to shoot.
Yeah, bro, we're going to wrap up in a second.
Yeah. Cool.
Omar
You
says,
man,
by the
tomorrow
way,
though. Yeah, tomorrow.
big
Bless
up,
up, you
yeah.
guys. Bless up,
Big up,
chat.
bro.
Bless up, man.
By the way, the trend of ex-players smearing Mo now is mad. Ex-players who are Liverpool buddy boys, in it. Like, just call it what it is. Carragher, Owen, Murphy. We know what it is with these boys. Kadir says, big up you guys. Up late with my bros. So I wanted to make a contribution. Big up yourself, Kadir. Much
Big up,
appreciated.
Big up, man.
On a real, do you know what? I've just clocked the time and there's over 1,000 people watching across all platforms at flipping 2 a.m. at UK time. You guys are goated, man. On a real, you guys are absolutely goated.
I don't even know how you and me have got so much energy at this time. I didn't realize how late it had got.
Yeah, I'm going live straight after this on Sanderson show as well. So,
oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
you join him though.
You haven't watched UFC yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
no.
don't watch the Pantoja fight.
Ah, shit. Okay, I know something. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Summer says, Team Kopish, do you? I'm going to just say, do you side with Salah or Slot? More so Salah than Slot for me.
In this instance, I think they're both wrong. But if you're asking me which one I'm keeping at the club, Salah all day.
LFC, big up yourself, LFC Network. Go and subscribe to them on Instagram, guys. Doing some great stuff over there. Big up the lads. If Slot doesn't get top 4, for me, he's gone. If he does get top 4, I think he stays until his contract 2027. Then we get Enrique. From top 4 is not good enough for Slot.
It might be for the hierarchy, though. Okay.
If it's good enough for the hierarchy, then respectfully to the hierarchy, they need to bounce as well. I'm moving back.
To your boys, innit? Talk to your boys, innit?
It's gonna be a Hulk Hogan type heel turn, bro. Like it's gonna get dark.
Remember, I only was on the board when Klopp was there. They dashed me out when when Klopp left, bro. It's all on you now, bro. I ain't got no say anymore, bro.
If they think top 4 is good enough, then you must. Oh no.
But that would be the financial part, and it'll be like, okay, we made Champions League. At least we're good financially. Boom.
Yeah, I'm gonna crash all the way out. Shawnee says no Cam Matt wearing the Naby pajamas.
If Matt accidentally switched his camera on and he had Naby pajamas on, that would be fucking hilarious, bro. Oh my days. The crash out in the chat would be out of this world.
David says Real lose against Alonso to be sacked and next LFC boss. I'm mad at it. Jamrock, Curtis Jones, 547 minutes. McAllister, 920. Curtis missed 34 days of injury. McAllister missed the beginning of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Or McAllister's had a couple of injury issues this season, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Even so, McAllister shouldn't have more minutes. Like, he shouldn't have double the minutes that Jones has got. Not double the minutes.
I think Jamrock's saying it's because Jones was injured, though. Why?
It's not, because there's been times where Jones has been on the bench and McAllister started.
I just hate the fact that we've got this circus at Liverpool, man. It wasn't supposed to be like this, man. We're supposed to win the league, man. What the fuck?
McAllister's missed 12 days for injury this season.
I hope Jones plays against Inter Milan, that's for sure.
Rodri says, fellas, thanks for going late for your USA friends. Big up yourself. I'm gonna be real, Rodri. We ain't gonna make this a habit, brother. But big up yourselves regardless.
Big up.
Score predictions then, bro, for you and everyone in the chat. Inter Milan versus Liverpool.
I'm gonna try and be as positive as I can with as much realism as I can, Cal. I'm gonna go 2-2. I think we draw the game.
I think we lose the game 3-1, unfortunately. So, I hope I'm wrong, but I think we lose the game 3-1. Just Bean says, every time a player of colour notes a club's lack of dignity, respect to him, his unprofessional behaviour is criticised. Isak, Rashford, Wissa, Mo. Yes, there are elements of racism in not elements. There is racism in football, just like every other facet of life. I don't think this one's down to racism per se. I do think there is a bias to English players in the English media. Like with him, I think he was very tactical in mentioning Harry Kane, because the English media do not get onto Harry Kane at all if he's going for a bad run. But yeah, I don't think this particular one is race driven. I think this is more Liverpool are seen as a club that do things the right way and don't really have drama around the club. This is drama around the club, and I think that's why there's been that outburst.
What I will say though, bruv, yeah, I'm not even trying to stir up anything with this. This is just my opinion. This isn't Cal's. This is my opinion. I think more so, and we know there's racism in the world, right? That's so obvious. But I think more so in Mo's case of the way Mo's being treated, I think it's his religion.
Yeah, Muslim. Yeah, him being Muslim. Yeah. Oh, that's been an issue from the beginning, though.
Yeah, I it's same like with Pogba. I think a lot of that was about religion and not color as well. But because he was black, it made it worse, because we know black people are always going to be the most disrespected when it comes to the racism stuff. I think it's massively about his religion. For whatever the reason may be, we know the reason. I'm just, Muslim people are just always attacked more than everyone else. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just the fucked up way of the world.
Yeah,
it's such a beautiful religion as well. It's mad. We're not gonna go down.
We know where it is, though. We know where.
Yeah.
Jay says, "I know a guy who just won a double." Felipe Luis.
I'm not gonna lie, but obviously Jay's being biased because his missus is what do you call it? A Flamengo fan, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or it's either that or his missus is from Brazil. So that's why he pays attention to the league. So Jay does have a bit of but I'm not going to lie, he's about to do a double in his first season as a manager. Felipe Luis might be the real deal.
Shall I tell you why I'm not shutting it down, but I'm also not bigging it up either? Because I don't know anything about him, or I don't watch Brazilian football. So I can't say yes or no to it. I'm just in the middle. Like, I can't say either way. But I do trust Jay's footballing judgment more than he trusts mine, to be fair. But yeah, people, look, we are going to wrap up there. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Also going live now, speak about UFC. As I said, if you are squeamish and you did want to watch UFC back, be mindful of the Pantoja fight, and it happens very early.
Have you redirected everybody over to your thing as well? Yeah. Guys, stay in the chat, man. Make sure you go over there, show your love for the Sanderson show.
So if you, just to give you a heads up, if you watch it, Drifts, it happens within the first 26 seconds of the fight as well.
Okay, yeah.
So
I just won't watch that fight full stop. Then, yeah.
Not as bad as Silver and
is it worse than Weidman and
No, it's not.
It's not, no.
Yeah, it's his arm as opposed to his leg.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's the little. Oh, okay.
Put it this way, Jamie. Jamie didn't make any jokes about it, and he couldn't keep on watching it.
Okay.
And the UFC showed it about 12 times, which I thought was very, very over the top.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Forget that then.
Yeah. So it's not the most pleasant thing to see.
Yeah. I appreciate that heads up.
Yeah, people, we're going to wrap up here. I'll be back in the morning for the morning show, guys. So you'll see me in a few hours. And then we'll have the Great 8 show at 4 p.m. and then Monday Night Live show as well. So yes, people, plenty going on. So do make sure you are following what we're doing. Switch on the notification bell. People, enough love to you all. Till we see you again. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish right, people. Take care.
Peace.
Thank you.